Year 1092. Under the Doctor's command in the Civil War, Babel has won countless battles against the military commission, earning them the nickname Evil Spirit of Babel. This time, Babel managed to stop a supply transport led by Ursula. However, a rogue mercenary squad blocked the key passages leading out of the mountains, trapping some Babel members and infected civilians within it to die in an incoming catastrophe storm. With originium levels in the air rising, Julie has no choice but to lead the civilians into a cave. Elite operators of Babel cleared a path for the civilians, while Theresa, accompanied by the Doctor, appears in the middle of the catastrophe to bring them back to Babel. Here, the Doctor sees an infected's disintegration for the first time, leaving them with guilt and anxiety even after the operation. The Doctor then stabs themselves with an originium shard, but it only leaves a scar on them. Realizing that they are immune to originium, the Doctor uses their blood to stabilize Amiya's infection, which was very successful. Hoping to find a way to mass-produce a serum, the Doctor continuously overworks and conducts self-experiments onto themselves. Eventually, the Doctor passes out from fatigue while taking Amiya out for a stroll. Worried about the Doctor's mental health, Theresa uses civilighteterna's power to peer into the Doctor's mind. She is shocked to see a work completely assimilated by originium. Just as Theresa's consciousness is about to get assimilated by it, kal'tsit manages to pull her back to reality. kal'tsit explains that this is one of the possible futures for originium, and that the Doctor's civilization depended on it. Nevertheless, Theresa chose to trust that the Doctor will stand by Babel's ideals. However, the Doctor's inner turmoil further grows. They wish to cure Amiya and change the fate of sarkaz and Terra, but all of it will no longer exist in the distant future when it arrives, making all the past civilizations' sacrifices in vain. Should they trust in the newly born Terran civilization, or continue the Originium project to save the Doctor's civilization? In the sarcophagus, the Doctor makes the final choice. Year 1094. Theresa's plan is in action. He and the military commission will depart Castel to take over Londonium. The day before they depart, Ascalon attempts to stop Theresa, but to no avail. She meets with Manfred one last time before leaving Castel, both vowing not to spare each other next time they meet. On the land ship, Ascalon bids farewell to Julie, as Julie is about to go undercover in Theresa's army to sow doubt among the dukes against the military commission. She also gives Julie a set of clothes, which has Julie's name sewed on it by Theresa herself. 3 months later, the Doctor orders a siege to retake Castel, sending out all the land ship's combat operators, leaving only the Doctor and Theresa to command them. However, both of them should be safe with the Doctor commanding the ship's defense system, right? During the operation, Ascalon meets with Scar-Eye. Scar-Eye prophesies that he will die in Ascalon's hands and wish to defy his fate. Ascalon strikes his mask, cracking it. She then firmly grips his neck and brings him to the edge of a cliff, and only lets go when Scar-Eye becomes silent, watching him fall off it. Despite it all, Scar-Eye survives and mocks the Cyclops court. He ordered his mercs hiding in the wasteland to ambush Ascalon when she comes to reconfirm his death. However, the mercs turn their blade against the heavily wounded sarkaz. This was a great chance to take over Scar-Eye's position. In Londonium, Julie leads a group of assassins to launch an attack against Theresa, but him, Manfred, and the Deathwheel Assassins, which is a special unit under Theresa's command, who cut off their horns due to guilt of betraying the King of Sarkaz, defended their attacks. Theresa honors their decisions and states that this civil war will only end with one of the twins' death. Switching to Babel, the siege was a great success and victory seems to be in Babel's side. Just then, Theresa senses the Deathwheel Assassin's presence. The Doctor leaves Theresa to mount the defense system. In front of the terminal, the Doctor hesitates, but with a heavy heart, they turn off the defense system. Wait, did I miss something? Let me check my script. Oh, that's why. Turns out, in year 1093, the Doctor had met with Theresa in secret to propose a collaboration. The Doctor gives Theresa the shard, which can control Originium. In exchange, Theresa has to destroy Babel, scatter its members, and forced Theresa to join his plan. However, Pheresis insists that only by killing Theresa, Babel will truly vanish, and vows not to harm its members when all is said and done. Pheresis leaves, leaving the Doctor hesitant. Shifting to the present, with the defense system offline, the Death Whale assassins easily sneak into the land ship. Just then, Amiya enters the office. Noticing that the assassins are near, Theresa traps Amiya in a black bubble to protect her. After that, the assassins arrive. Theresa honors their determination and vows to remember each of their names before fighting them. Inside the bubble, Amiya sees an illusion of Theresa telling the story of a puppet, which ends with the puppet's death. Amiya is upset about it and asks her if the ending can be changed. As the bubble dissipates, a bloodied Theresa confesses that she couldn't, but can give Amiya the power to do so. With her remaining strength, she transfers civilighteterna to Amiya and puts the little girl to sleep. The Doctor then enters the room, and behind them is yet another wave of assassins. Theresa continues to fight until the last assassin falls, until she's gravely wounded. The Doctor tries to explain the reasoning behind their decision. Theresa is saddened by the Doctor's betrayal, but can feel their sincerest wish to kill Amiya's Puffy. She also points out that the Doctor came to witness Theresa's final moments out of guilt. Theresa reminds the Doctor that they are both the savior and the destroyer of Terra, yet still trusts the Doctor to stand with Terra. In one last act of revenge and kindness, she dives into the Doctor's memories and begins to erase it. Finally, at the end of those memories, she meets with the Doctor's past self, or rather, Oracle. Oracle thanks Theresa for trusting in them, even to the bitter end, and bids farewell. After completely erasing their memories, she collapses onto the floor and hugs Amiya until her last breath. kal'tsit slays the remaining assassins on the landship and rushes down to break the office door, hoping to save her dearest friend, but it's too late. Theresa is no longer there. Amiya then wakes up, but kal'tsit knows that it's Theresa's consciousness within the crown possessing Amiya. Theresa requests kal'tsit to protect the Doctor and Amiya, and warns her that Pheresis will bring destruction onto Terra before bidding farewell. Knowing that PRTS will restore the Doctor's memories if the Doctor remains on the landship, kal'tsit decides to send the Doctor to Chernobyl in Ursus. An elegy plays in the ears of every sarkaz, and all of them mourn the death of their king, regardless of background. Pheresis announces her death in the palace, and has now become the sole leader of the sarkaz. Despite their reluctance, Julie and the assassins pledge allegiance to him. Pheresis then assigns them to set up an ambush in the Mausoleum of Kings to kill all the civilights of Victoria. Julie knows that everyone involved are not expected to return, but reluctantly complies. And this marks the end of the story for Babel. We see a flashback to the year 898, after the Battle of the Six Heroes. The twins walk through the piles of bodies until they approach Civilighteterna. The Black Crown had chosen both of them, yet for unknown reasons, Pheresis lets Theresa wear the crown, making her the King of Sarkaz. So yeah, I guess that's it. As of editing this outro, Path of Life has been out for like a few days and I still haven't cleared through it, but I'll try to get a story summary done before the event ends. So I'll be honest with you, the philosophical debate there is ruining my sanity right now. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, check out my channel I guess, and I'll see ya on the next one.